Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be sitting down and doing kind of a casual get ready with me, featuring some of the things that I picked out in my recent Shop My Stash. If you did not have a chance to see that video, I will link it right here. So today I will be trying on some of those items for you. I've got the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions palette, the Coverfx face palette. I've got this new IT Cosmetics CC powder that I'm kind of trying out and playing with today, the Ulta Beauty concealer, the L'Oreal Lumi Mist, and a lot of other fun stuff. So I hope that this sounds interesting to you guys. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you'll stick around. I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. And with that said, let's go ahead and get this makeup look on. Alright you guys, so we're going to get started with primer. We are going to try out this thing. This is the Touch in Sol No Problem Priming Essence. A lot of you guys really seem to have some high praises for this primer, so I'm excited to get to know this thing a little bit better. So far I've only used it I think 3 times, and I like it. It's just, I don't know, primer's one of those things I feel like it takes me some time to know kind of what exactly it does and what it works well with, what maybe it doesn't work well with. It takes some time for me to get to know a primer. So we are going to try this out today with the Becca Foundation that I picked out. Kind of just putting this all over the center of my face. And then I have another primer that we're going to put kind of in on the high points of my face. And that one is the Milani Soft Focus Glow. I really like this one so far. I've been using it quite a bit lately. My biggest, I guess, complaint with this one is it separates a little bit in the tube. So if I haven't been using it for a while and I pump it out, you kind of get a little bit of a separation. I'm not sure if it's an oil, but you get kind of like a separation between the, whatever the base is, the oil and like the creamy kind of part, which I'm not a big fan of when that happens, but once you kind of mix it together on your fingers, it all tends to work out just fine, and it looks really pretty on the skin. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it really gives you that nice, just like a subtle kind of glow. For foundation today, I'm going to go in with the Becca Aqua Luminous foundation. I'm just going to take a little bit on one full pump on the back of my hand. We're kind of working with about that much here. And I did just get back from the pool today, so I might have a little bit of a tan. So the day that I did filmed my Shop My Stash video, right before I filmed that video, I picked all the things out for my stash, and then I filmed a get ready with me using some of those things, which is actually what we're refilming today, because I realized when I did that video that I was planning to film an intro at the end when my makeup was all done, and I forgot to film the intro. So that video did not have an intro, and the first part of that video, my lighting just looked really terrible. So I really am liking how that foundation looks. Again, I think this is the perfect medium coverage foundation. If you like a medium coverage, if you like a dewy kind of finish, I think you'd really like this one. This does remind me quite a bit of the Flower Beauty one. Now I'm going to go in with some concealer. Today I'm going to take the Ulta Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. I'm going to add just a little bit under my eyes. And then around my nose. Around my mouth, because I've had some minor breakouts around here, and then just anywhere I had some breakouts that are kind of healing right now. I know I said this in that Shop My Stash video, but this concealer is pretty amazing. I think I stayed away from it for a while because it said full coverage concealer. It's kind of silly because I want coverage when I'm using a concealer. I need coverage, but for some reason when I hear something marketed as full coverage, I think it's going to be thick and cakey, and it's probably not going to work for me. This one's a little bit thicker, but it doesn't feel thick on the skin, and it has really great coverage. I hope you can tell how much better that looks. I feel like that really evened things out underneath my eyes. But let's move on. So I'm going to go in with this thing right here. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Airbrush Perfecting Powder. But some of you guys had some really good things to say about this, so I am excited to keep trying this thing out. So I'm going to take it with this kabuki brush. This is the one that I usually use, kind of my Rimmel powder that I use all the time. So I'm going to try to really work it into the brush and just not get a whole lot of product. I'm just going to kind of press that onto my forehead where things tend to crease on me. So for my face today, I want to dip into the Coverfx palette. I've been using this thing so much lately. I absolutely love this palette. We're going to start off by taking the bronzer shade right here. This is the e.l.f. complexion brush. I'm just going to kind of take a little bit of that, and we're just going to start applying that right in the hollow of my cheek right there. I'm trying to get back to kind of a more consistent schedule. It's so hard to do that in the summertime. Oh, the more that I'm at this, the more I just really admire those that can be so diligent at posting the same days every single week and they don't miss a beat. Like Samantha March, Allie Glines, Andrea. I mean, there's so many. So basically all of the successful YouTubers that I follow are very consistent. And a part of me is like, well, there's probably a reason that they're successful, and something about that might have to do with their consistency. And so I feel like, well, I'm doing my best. I'm hoping that I will get there, but I'm also trying not to like beat myself up about it, because I truly am doing the best that I can with everything that I have going on. And I try not to make excuses, because I'm not gonna lie, I am not the best at managing my time. And so sometimes I think if I was a little better at managing my time, I could probably swing it a little bit more. But I want to go in with highlighter first. We're going to take these two highlighters mixed together. Again, I really want to get good use out of these highlighters, because once this little bit of tan that I have on my face goes away, my guess is these probably won't work for me. Speaking of highlighter, you guys, in the mail today, it actually should be in my mailbox right now. I think they said it would be arriving today. I picked up Samantha March's highlighter, which I'm so excited about. I've actually been very curious about the Oprah highlighters for a while, and partly because of Samantha March, because she talks about them a lot. I can't remember the name of the highlighter that she raves about, but I've seen that one on her several times and always been very tempted to pick it up. So I was so excited for her when I heard about her collaboration with Oprah. So I was like, heck yes, this is my time. I'm definitely picking that up. So I grabbed her highlighter, and I also grabbed one of the lip glosses. Okay, so now I want to dip into this blush right here. We're going to take this pink, because today we're going to be doing a pink lip, and I want a little bit of pink on my cheeks, and we're going to be doing a yellow eye, like a very yellow eye, kind of a yellowy gold eye. Now let's go ahead and move into the eyes, and specifically the eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this palette right here. This is the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. You could absolutely do this same look using the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and honestly I am positive that there are other drugstore, more affordable eyeshadow palettes out there. You basically just want something that's going to be kind of like between a lemon and a mustard yellow. So we're going to be using mainly this shade today, but I'm going to start off by going in with this center shade right here. This is basically kind of a half of a shade deeper than my skin tone. It has a little bit of like a rosy hue to it. It's a really pretty transition shade. It's almost like a really soft pinky orange. I can hear my husband outside. We're actually getting ready right now to landscape, well, not landscape our yard. We're getting ready to put our grass in this fall. So we're kind of in the process of like tilling everything under. Then we're going to do our sprinkler system, and then we'll probably plant seed, because we have a really large yard. We have a full acre of property, and we're going to put grass on the majority of like the west side of our house. I love a good grassy yard where the kids can just really like run around. I am so excited to get grass. You guys have no idea how much I am dying to have a lawn. Anyways, my husband is outside right now tilling up, sure enough, the east side of our yard, which is right above where my window is. I can actually see him in his tractor right now. I'm going to dip back into this palette. We're going to take this color right here. This is just kind of like a rusty brown color, but I'm going to take that on this brush right here. This is just a Luxie blending brush. It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit fluffier. And I'm just going to start applying that right first to the corner of my lash line, and then I'm going to kind of pull it, just like feather it kind of over in this outer corner and pull it in just ever so slightly right there, only about halfway in. I don't want too much definition or dimension with this eye look. I just want this to kind of peek out from underneath the yellow that we're going to pack on top of it. Plus we are doing a pink lip today, so I don't want too much orange. Like I want this to kind of be subtle, because I don't want it to clash too much with the pink lip that we're doing. I haven't added any more product. I'm just taking what's kind of left on that brush, and I'm just slightly pulling that from the corner and buffing it underneath the lower lash line a little bit. Now I think I do want a little bit more color on that lower lash line, so I'm going to take, so this is the Real Techniques, I don't even remember what this is called. It might be called the small buffer brush. It's just a really small kind of detail buffing brush. I'm just going to take a touch of that same rusty brown color, and we're going to pack that and buff that right under just the outer half of that lower lash line. So how is the temperature where you guys are living? I think it's been really hot lately for a lot of people, at least here in the United States. I know I do have a couple of subscribers that are entering winter, which blows my mind. It's crazy to think that some of you guys are freezing. That actually sounds really nice right now. It was so incredibly hot today. I think we hit 101, and I think it's supposed to get hotter the next couple of days. That's pretty rare for where I live. We usually live around like the low 90s this time of year. Now I'm going to take this color right here, this yellow, and I'm going to take this Luxie eye shading brush. This is basically just kind of like a classic kind of rounded flat eyeshadow brush, but I'm going to kind of pack that on to this brush. We're really going to kind of build that color up, starting in the center and then pulling it all the way out to this outer corner. We're going to kind of put it over where we put that darker shade. Add a little bit more, and we're going to pack that all over this inner corner as well. We are going to be topping this with a gold pigment, but this color will pop through and show through that pigment, so I really want to build up that bright yellow on my lid. Now I'm going to go into this right here. This is the ColourPop pigment in the shade The Lion. This is kind of the yellowy gold. I love this color. It is so pretty. I don't reach for this thing enough. In fact, I don't reach for any of I think I got 4 pigments from this collection, and I don't use them nearly enough. I think in my mind I imagine they're going to be a little bit more high maintenance and tricky to work with, but they're actually not that difficult to work with. So I just took a tiny bit and tapped it into the lid. I'm going to take a spray of my setting spray on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to tap my finger into that setting spray, and then tap that finger into the lid, and then I'm going to tap that in kind of a new spot on the back of my hand just to make sure I don't have too much of this pigment, because it does have quite a bit of fallout. If you have too much, you're going to get quite a bit of fallout, especially since I already did my face. I don't want to get glitter everywhere. So I'm just starting kind of right there on that inner part of my lid and just working my way over. And I only take the shimmer about 2/3 of the way over, and then I like to leave this outside part matte. Hopefully you can see how that kind of toned down, like this side, you get that kind of mustard look on this side, and now it looks a little bit more of just like a soft but very shimmery kind of gold. Love that. Before I finish off my eyes, I want to do my eyebrows. We're going to take the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil in the color Blonde. This thing is almost gone. I might just have like 3 more days worth of this pencil left. So I'm going to take, I have to be careful though, because this is actually broken, so if I tip it upside down it will fall out. It's a really dry formulated pencil, so I think that's part of the reason why they break easy. I've had this one break on me a few times. Now I'm just taking this right here. This is the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. I don't think they make this anymore. I was looking on Ulta's website and I couldn't find it. I found this at Marshall's. One of you actually left a comment saying you should try the Maybelline Fiber Volumizer, and I was like, well, actually I did just try it. I did find it at Marshall's and I absolutely love it. This stuff is amazing. It really holds your brows in place, and it makes it, if you like that kind of spiky kind of look to your brows, this stuff works great for that. But again, I think it might have been discontinued. You might be able to find it at your Marshall's still, and if you do, I highly recommend it. I think I got this for like $2 and I really love it. This is the shade Blonde, which works perfectly for my brows. It reminds me a little bit of the Essence Make Me Brow, which I do like, but I don't think that one holds quite as well as this one does. This one has a little bit more hold to it. So let's finish off with the eyes. I'm going to add just a little bit of my Wet n Wild pencil to my waterline. And then I'm going to take a little bit just on this upper outer corner, just a tiny bit. I just want to add a little bit of shape to my eyes. So I gave my lashes a quick curl, and now I'm going to add just a little bit of mascara. So I realized when I finished editing and rewatching that video that I did not ever talk about the mascara that I picked for my Shop My Stash. I picked 2. I picked the Volume Stylist mascara from Essence, and then I also picked this one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Waterproof version. I actually picked this up back in, I think, like April or May in the springtime for baseball season, because I always need a good waterproof mascara when I'm watching baseball games because my eyes water a lot. And I didn't like this initially. I thought it was a little bit too wet. It didn't really do a whole lot for my lashes, so it's kind of been sitting unused for a couple of months, and I pulled this back out a couple of weeks ago, and I was astounded at how amazing my lashes look. So I'm hoping that we can repeat that today. I'm going to add just a couple of coats of this, and it is a really good waterproof mascara. I don't love using waterproof mascara, certainly not on like a daily basis, but in the summertime, if you're ever at the pool, if you are ever at the beach, if you are ever at a theme park and you know that your eyes are going to water a lot, or watching baseball games or other sporting events, this is a good one. Alright, so there are the eyes pretty much finished. I just want to add a little bit of inner corner highlights. We're going to dip back into this Coverfx palette. I love this little shade right here for an inner corner highlight. It's also really fun if you are like going out at night and you really want some like spotlighted sort of highlight. This works really well for that too. It's really, really intense. So now we are ready to move on to the lips. So today I want to go in with this right here. This is the Persona Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the color Flamingo. This is a very cool toned, almost like a purpley sort of pink. It almost looks like a Barbie pink that's not too bold or bright. It's like a softened Barbie pink. But it's really pretty. I love a pink lip. I know I said this recently, probably a few times recently, but I love a pink lip when I'm a little bit more tan. So we're going to use this today. I'm going to start off by lining my lips with this right here. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 03 Nude. And then I'm going to take the liquid lipstick, how straight I can get my lines today. That's another reason I think I don't love liquid lipsticks that much, is because the pressure of getting a straight line is just makes me choke. It just does. I can't do it. Okay, so I think that's pretty much dry. Now I'm going to go in with this gloss right here. This is the Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss, the lemonade lip gloss in the color Peach Tea. And honestly, this is such a pretty color and formula. I feel like I need to do something with my hair, but I just don't think I can. We can't do better than this. This might be as good as we get. Almost forgot setting spray. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Dew Mist, Shake and Glow Dew Mist setting spray. Again, I talked about this in my Shop My Stash. I really like this. It's a great setting spray. The mister on this thing, it doesn't look that fancy, but the mister on this thing is amazing. But man, this thing was expensive. I still am kind of annoyed about that, but it is a good setting spray. I've been using it for the last 3 or 4 days, and I really do like it. So we're going to add a little bit of this. I'm going to give it a good shake, because it says shake and glow. So let's shake and glow. That is a nice mister. Wow. And it smells like heaven. It really is nice. Come on, L'Oreal. $8.99. I think $8.99 would have been a much better price for this. $14? Who do you think you are, L'Oreal? So very last thing, I just want to add a little bit of this finishing powder just to my forehead, just to keep it from getting too shiny. I don't really like the center of my forehead to be shiny. I don't mind it being shiny here, but I'm going to add just a little bit of this right there, and then right here on the sides of my nose, almost in my chin. And I think that is it. And this is the finished makeup look. I love how this one turned out. I am loving the kind of shimmery yellow eye. I think it's so fun. It's neutral, but that little pop of yellow underneath gives it just a little bit of a twist. Also love the pink lip. I did not think I would love yellow on the eyes and pink on the lips, but I think this is a really fun combination for summertime. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye. And I realized I forgot to wash my hands after dinner, and they smell like jalapenos. I feel like this could end badly. I should probably wash my hands real quick. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? I know way too many Khalid songs for someone that's not really a Khalid fan. Too many descriptive words, Mandy. You don't need 7 descriptive phrases for one makeup look. Just pick one. Just pick one.